back. That's crazy.
Yeah, yeah.
All right.
Sounded well. Just looking forward to chatting.
Hell yeah.
How spicy are we talking here? Like, I've had one coffee. I'm not ready to like hyperventilate into a paper bag yet.
No, it's not. It's not super spicy. I can keep it like it's not very spicy. It's like little shit. I'll start with the funny. One of my old friends, known him for years. He's been shown back up in the city, and he goes, you know, I heard about the mayor in the north, and she's planning to spend all the money in the budget. And I'm like,
how did you know that?
Well, it's one of those things, right? Like it's like, because like we haven't
like
really been yapping about it.
Like,
yes, exactly. like so.
I mean, it is what we said it is. It just is what it is. You know, it doesn't really affect us. I haven't really told anyone outside of our cabinet, which is crazy. So it's got to be her going around saying, "Here's what I'm gonna do."
That exactly that.
Right. Which is, I guess, you know, all power to her.
When I relate it to what happened to Pred, it's crazy that there hasn't been anything that's happened. I mean, it's very telling, right? Yeah, it was always about Pred and not about his policy.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, that's it.
Mind
you, I guess same turn of the coin. They did go after her pretty hard for that state announcement. So it's just
no. I mean, Barrett did.
Barrett, right. Well, but he might not know yet, right?
That's the thing. I've been dying to link up with him. So also this friend, he's trying to reestablish, and I told him I may have some work for him. So, and he's interested. So that's good. That's a reliable, like turnkey. Here it is, objective, go, and he'll do it. Money exchange. Yeah. There's no training involved. There's no like, you know, there'll be very little worry on, I think, for us as to whether he succeeds or not, right?
Yeah. Fair enough.
And he's already knows secrecy. Like he already gets it. So that's a huge win.
Great. I can tell you, I managed to get 105,000 materials last night.
Oh!
And then I spoke to 2 different groups. Yep. They both said the material market's piping hot. There's a lot of work for them, but it's like there's no sign of burnout on their end. So.
Oh, really?
It might have just been a case of, you know, I went away. We got out of touch with those people.
Yeah.
And then it was just a matter of getting reconnected after being away for 8 days. So I'm hoping that's the case.
Good.
Yeah.
I would say we need to, I need to start like making sure this money is funneled to you, because that's honestly one of our biggest challenges, right? Is this financial footprint, right?
Yeah.
Is we're literally like dealing with millions and millions and millions of dollars. And we transparently probably need this like auto thing. Honestly, it's just this investment firm. I think you should just put up an app for it, and I do the same. Okay. And at least when it comes to some of the money coming in, we just funnel it through this materials like shit, you know?
Yeah.
The one thing that we're missing is we need one more gauge, which I think can be
Junior.
Like we have Junior, but we could use one more. Even if it was like close to you, which I'm starting to think might not be a bad idea. Like
Helios is the logical choice.
I would say have Helios start a material purchasing sort of like thing, like something that, and would he be able to hold that front? Like, I'm just trading material.
Absolutely.
Okay, then let's have him do that sooner than later, because the benefit of that is, so when I think of like Gage, when I think of Junior, right? I don't want to burn them out. Oh shit. And it's easier for them to get burnt out if they're seeing like most of the funds coming that way and then just being like, oh yeah, move this today and then tomorrow and da 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 da. Whereas with Helios, you have direct line to him. So if enough is going into there to cover materials, right? Then all of a sudden now things are balanced. When you need it, it gets transferred to you, da 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 da, boom boom boom. Right?
Yeah,
it just makes sense that way. So
I will talk to him. He won't have a problem with it at all. And he is, I know him very, very well, obviously.
Yep.
I don't have a single doubt in my mind. So
that is beautiful.
Yeah.
Effectively what we're doing here, if we think of it as like a financial graph, is we have the money to cover materials going through, let's call it Helios's financial network, right?
Yeah.
And then profits are going through Gage's financial network.
Yep.
And then, what do you call it? And then let's say some other things, maybe contracts, might be going through Junior's financial network.
Yeah.
And so the frequency and stuff is that they need to be active on it, changes. And it's just, I like that system. It's very easy to mentally keep track of too.
Okay, that's perfect. I'll speak with Helios today and we'll get that set up.
I'll
write up the app for that. Do you want me to write up the app for your investment company as well?
Please, yes.
Do you have a name picked out?
Let's start with the financial for. Oh, I'll come up with some by tomorrow.
Something. Yeah.
Yeah.
Easy. What about the law firm? You want me to do that one as well?
Please. Yeah.
Yep.
I think
I'm
gonna, I'll probably run it, like cook on it.
Yeah.
It's usually I like to wait till I have some like random inspiration, right? But I'm feeling a lot better now that you've told me that. I'm also slowly landing on SK and Flippy.
Yep.
And then whoever our third is, like Flippy and SK, I feel like are solid. Like I'm solidified in my belief that they need to be two of the main plugs.
Yeah.
The reality here is that I don't realistically see there being us being able to handle the rest.
Yeah.
I don't think we realistically can handle more than 3. It's just unreasonable.
Well, especially given the volume that's going to come from those two alone. At least based on what we've seen so far, right?
Yeah. They've also been producing.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is they're very easy to work with. And that's what we need so that we can focus on everything else.
What about Mr. Lang's crew?
Well, Speedy, between us, like he's my son, right?
Yeah.
So that's never going to change.
Okay.
And but the thing is, and I do need to speak to him tomorrow. But the thing is, like folks like Lang, they don't need that much. Lang literally is still sitting on 12, which I think they have a place or whatever. But the biggest one that I think is going to be the challenging one, and I may just have someone handle, Manx on my behalf, is Manx. I got to figure out a good balance with him because the impression I get, he's not being very cooperative. I think from the business perspective, and might not be for some reason. I don't know. I still gotta. I don't want to give up on him.
Yeah.
But there is something. How do I put this? It's like there is something that is preventing him from accepting the reality that he's not going to be getting ad hoc sales.
Yeah.
Right? I think he's either getting convinced, either himself or others are convincing him himself directly. Like, because his thing is he wants to be getting 50 at a time by getting it more often or something like that.
Yeah.
And that's just not realistic. It's like, it's...
Well, more so, he's not really in a position to expect you to be flexible.
That's the problem, right?
Right.
The inflexibility, correct. And so that, for me, is kind of a red flag.
Yeah.
So, at the end of the day, this needs to work for us. The rest are going to have to manage, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So,
I'm gonna flip back because you brought me to Toledo.
oh,
and it
there's
jogged my memory.
KJ. Finally, KJ. I don't want to take him off the table because KJ, I think, hits very important time segment.
Yep.
So,
Yep. True.
yeah.
The Toledo property. Now that you've reminded me, why don't I transfer that to Helios? It's out of my
Sure.
name. It's still available
Sure.
to us, and then he can use that as a basis for the material operation. And it's probably about equal proximity to Harmony as
Sure.
on Muir Park, right? I'm gonna do that.
I think let's
that
stop.
makes
Yeah,
sense.
that's a great idea.
Yeah. And then you know what else we could set up there is that the Buttcoin farm. I can move that from Muir Park and put it in there.
If you want, yeah. I'll leave that up to you. I think we're, I think...
Oh, I didn't fucking tell you.
Oh.
So there's a third tier of video card, right? And I guess Patar reached out to Helios. You know Patar, right?
Oh, Patar Belosh.
Yeah. He reached out to Helios. He gave him his entire Buttcoin operation.
What?
Yeah, he said, I don't feel like paying the electricity anymore. He packed it all up and said Helios could have it. And then someone took the hard drive with 20,000 Buttcoin on it, which is unfortunate, but it's
Wait, what do you mean,
60 rack
someone?
Yeah, someone else who had access to the home. Patar was fine with it.
Oh, gotcha.
But it's 60 racks worth. I just had to basically set it up.
Holy shit.
And that's the
When
90,
was this?
Like yesterday.
Oh my God.
Yeah. It's the 90 series card. So it's literally the top of the line card.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the mouth, right? That's a heck of a foundation. So
oh man, that's something that I've been meaning to like figure out. Like, is butt even something people give a shit about?
well, it's important for Helios because he needs the med kits and whatnot, right? And the plating and the vests.
And he gets a lot of sales on that?
Tons. I mean, even
That's-
Hydra buys from him.
That's okay.
Yeah,
I fuck with this.
he does very well.
Okay. I think
He also
we're
has, I think I told you he has the pharma business as well, right? So he can sell painkillers and whatnot.
oh my God. I think
And
we're
then 3 farms. The guy, he's very well connected, you know.
let's bring him in then. Not all the way,
I get
right?
you. I get you.
And that's for his own protection, quite frankly, right?
Yep.
I think I was definitely half cooked yesterday, and I think that first call with, having to make it clear, like, listen, we're not fucking sitting here grinding for you, dumbass. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, it was a tough conversation. I think I'm going to give him some benefit of the doubt. I don't think these are his own thoughts. I think I think he's getting pressured, understandably, right? Which we just got to get. I spoke to Flippy. He doesn't even need an order till the end of the week. He's also just very whatever. SK, same way, he's going to find out tomorrow. That's the kind of setups we need right now.
Okay.
So that we do not have our production line stop in its tracks.
Yeah.
At the same time, I am gonna have a better chat with our partner to kind of understand like what the goal here is, because we do still have a real problem, right? Which is that there is possibly no endless appetite. SK is going to get back to me on that. He's going to try to ask around, right? I don't think he's a good one for that, because there's a couple people I'm going to ask about in regards to that, because if it's an unlimited demand, materials are still not going to be unlimited, and in 2-3 weeks, if these guys do burn out, then what happens, right?
Yeah, that's it. And what can you do? If we can't keep up, I guess you can put it on the buyers and say, you guys need to be more responsible with your merchandise, but that's, you can only use that as an excuse for so long. At some point, the demand is going to just get increasingly larger. I think part of the problem is, as we talked about yesterday, is that they're pulling these things out for everything and losing them at a rapid rate, rather than, pulling it out when the situation calls for it. But I think that's probably always going to happen, right?
I agree. That I do agree with. And I think that's the unsatiating, it's gluttony, right?
Yeah. Well, and perhaps they do think there's an endless supply, and that's why they feel like they can use them all willy-nilly, right? And perhaps a lesson does need to be learned. I don't know.
I don't. So the thing is, like, it's not really. Listen, I don't give a fuck what people use it for, right? But it's that reality. I mean, we don't. There's no. Listen, if I was in other people's position, I'd fucking use that shit for everything. You know what I mean?
Sure. Yeah.
It's just that fact is a reality of our calculus.
Yeah.
Dave, think of the 15 months.
Oh, my 15 months.
So,
whenever you do speak with the partner, I would see how willing they are to enable us to use more than one bench at a time. If we could get another schematic, even if it's just one, I think
it's not just that. We need a means by which to move this shit in like a box.
That as well.
Oh my god.
That's actually a really good idea.
There are already boxes.
Food court.
Wait, what do you mean?
I bet you could.
No.
I bet you could though.
Yeah, I would never try that though. I think the FDA would come in and no, the grime boxes.
Maybe.
My only problem with it. Listen, man, ever since that fishing incident, I've been slight-eyed over that entire thing. That was the most awkward fucking shit. Yo, what up, Elikai?
Unfortunate. Very unfortunate.
Yo, Tao, ladies and gentlemen. One of the OGs in the channel. I don't know if we can actually see it here. I actually don't even know if anyone's got this blueprint anymore.
Tommy.
Oh, Tommy Caruso.
Yeah.
We need someone to buy it on. Get Helios to buy it. Oh my god, I just
try. Yeah.
You're right, brother. Fucking Helios is the guy, because he's got all the reasons, right?
Do you know how well liked you had to be?
I don't remember. Like up there, but I'm saying like if Helios
can
bought
reach
it
out to
from Tommy.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. And I think
yeah.
he should be able to buy him the BP, if I remember correctly.
Okay.
The only thing is, see, this is where, okay, so I'm gonna paint you. I do not know what happens at the end of this, right? We may end up buying out. We might get fucking killed. I don't fucking know, right? Who knows? Maybe we end up like in the fucking pen, right? With fucking there is no knowing what happens with all this, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But fuck me in the ass if it ends up being just someone that just like sitting outside of a door waiting to see like, oh man, they got a box. I bet that's guns inside. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is not like, you know, get anything, right? But if it's something like that, that shit peeves me off more than anything else. You know what I mean? And so that's the one massive negative about that box. Is that just the best way I can describe it is because nobody uses it. If you begin to use it, it's gonna be like, well, what the fuck's inside? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So anyways. Well, hey, I think generally speaking, I think we're up good right now.
Yeah, I agree. I was relieved last night. I'll tell you that much. To be able to get that many materials, I was quite relieved because it was a black hole for the majority of the week. I wasn't able to get shit. So,
I think our kind of like vent session yesterday drew the problems out, right, to the maybe the front part of our brain, you know. And I think this morning I feel a lot more like have a much more positive outlook, or at least a plan of action, I think.
Yeah, I can tell you yesterday I wasn't in the mood to solve problems, but today, I honestly, looking back, I think everything is pretty manageable. But at the end of the day, all we can do is kind of iterate and see where we land, right?
Yep, very true. Oh, did I tell you that one of the contracts is to... Wait, did I tell you what have happening to Princess?
Yeah. Oh, no, not Princess.
You know, she may find like a bunch of illegal shit like packed up in a car.
Oh, no. Oh, whatever.